Hello everyone, you're watching Business Today TV. I'm Aakanksha and I'm joined by Mr. Prashant Tripathy, sir. He is the MD and CEO of Max Life Insurance. Thank you so much for joining us today, sir. Sir, many people think that this budget was not very favorable for the insurance industry. So, without going much into the details, what are your views on this? Like, do you also agree with them that it was not favorable?
There's a lot going on in the life insurance space, and the industry is preparing itself for a long-term growth. So, really, I see this as, of course, a minor blip in our growth journey. But overall, I think industry is poised for growth over a long period of time. It's a basic foundational need of the country, and the industry has done a fairly good job over the last 2 to 3 years. We have a very progressive regulator, and with all the action which is being taken at insurance sector level, I am confident that this industry is poised to grow over a long period of time. As far as this change is concerned, of course, it has a minor impact on us. As you know, this change is about taxing more than 5 lakhs of cumulative premium starting 1st April 2023 at the total rate. The request that we are making as an industry to be considered is review this 5 lakh to go up maybe at higher, because people who are contributing a premium of 5 lakh may not be HNIs. They have needs. They have the needs of retirement. They have the needs of their children's education. And life insurance is a very trusted savings instrument, and many people like to buy policies of higher size despite not being very rich. Number one, and number two, rather than taxing it at a full rate, I think there's a business case actually to tax it at a long-term capital gains, the interest part, etc. So those are requests that we are making. At the same time, we understand the drift, and I'm sure the industry will come together and brainstorm and come up with solutions so that the impact could be mitigated.
Yeah, so you're right when you talk about life insurance, and the pandemic just showed how important it is for people. My next question is, like you said, it's going to impact, but could you give us numbers as to how much will it impact your business in the times to come?
I think similar at an industry level, at our level, maybe a new sales premium of about 8-9% is the impact that we are seeing from these policies, which are more than 5 lakhs. And of course, there are solutions to minimize the impact, but at the same time, at a sales level, this is the impact that we are seeing. At a margin level or VNB level, the impact could be lower because high ticket size policies typically will have lower margins. Um, I think we are discussing this. We will, in all possibility, we will go back and make one last representation uh, to the Minister of Finance for reconsideration of this, because this has a minor impact on the industry.
And so apart from having conversation with the industry, with the ministry, what other ways are you try to overcome this blip, as you call it?
It is quite possible to do it. I mean, I think it will be a focus shift, shifting away from very high ticket sizes. And I think the way to do that is be targeted about who you're going to, which means that insurance as sector will have to go to more tier 2, tier 3 cities, people who are not in the wealthy category of earning more than 40 lakhs, etc. is one part. Second part is also look at savings, not just at an individual level, but more at a household level, because that could mitigate some bit of this risk. We are also looking at possibilities of creating some financial cash flow re-engineering related efforts. I think you should know that most of these policies are income policies, which means this tax is not going to be deducted from year 2 or year 3. It will come maybe after 10 or 15 years. I think by then India would have moved on. So I think the market reaction, and in all fairness, we have seen listed stocks to go down by 10, 12, 13%. I think this reaction is very adverse compared to the actual impact. And I'm sure as New Year unfolds, everybody will get comfort out of very robust growth rate in insurance sector despite some of these changes.
So my last question to you is what are some hits and misses of this budget from the standpoint of the insurance industry?
I think the hits. Um, I think the overall posture that has been towards life insurance, and I'm not really referring to this particular budget, but overall, if you look at the ecosystem, government, regulator, I think it's very favorable. There is just a lot which is happening at this point in time. You would have read in the newspaper over the last few months that there's a lot of regulatory push, there is a lot of regulatory positivity and favor which is being done to the industry. That definitely is going to yield very good outcomes over a long period of time. As far as negative, I won't really call it negative, but unexpected thing is exactly what we are discussing. Hopefully, I'm very optimistic that there may be some reconsideration around it.
Thank you so much, sir. It was an interesting conversation. Thank you for taking out your time.